Oh, oh. Okay. Rotate device. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix my phone. Hey, guys. Oh, okay, nobody's on. Hey, guys. Woo, woo. Sorry about that. I have you plugged in to keep you charged, and you fell over. I'm trying to get over to chat so I can see. Hey, guys. I wanted to chat about today's video. Okay, content, my live. Here we go. Okay. Now I can see the chat. Okay, perfect. Okay. Paula, Gail, Nancy, LT, Francine. Hey, guys. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I'm loving the new house. Good evening, Tanya. Hey, Krista. Hey, Jennifer. I wanted to talk about today's video because so many people had so many comments about the kitchen. And I said, oh gosh, I got to get on here and correct a few of you. Okay, I'm hot. Hey guys. Hey guys. Good to see you on here. The video is doing really good. People are really excited to see the inside. I wanted to do, thank you, Jackie. I wanted to film that differently, but the builder is so amazing. I'm over the moon, 100%. That day we did our blue tape walkthrough, and before we even left, he was on the phone with people to come correct what we blue taped, and they were at the house. And my whole plan was to do this really great reveal of the inside, and I had to work around workers. And hey, Doris. Hey, Sue. Hey, Renal. I'm so, Renal Moss Tripper. Okay, are you on pregnant? Are you being rude? Are you being an asshole? Is that what we're being? We're just going to be a jerk. We're going to put you in timeout. How about that? There we go. Put you in timeout. You bad person. Thank you, Doris. I will clap back, so don't try and be rude. Thanks, Carmen. This is what you have to deal with when you are on the internet. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Carmen. You guys are so sweet. So what was I going? Oh, I had a video. Hey, Pamela. I had a video all ready for you guys for tomorrow. And I've been so scatterbrained. I filmed some of it on my phone. I filmed some of it on my camera. And I can't merge the two to edit it on iMovie for tomorrow. So there's no video for tomorrow. I'm so sorry. But it's okay. And I'm actually burnt out. And a lot of you guys warned me that I was going to get burnt out. So you're wondering about the steps, Barbara? What are you wondering about? Thank you, Crystal. What are you wondering about, Barbara? Let me know. I think I pretty much address everything in my videos, and then I still get questions, and it's weird to me because I wonder, do people not listen to me? Am I talking too fast? I want to talk about the refrigerator and the island, first of all. Okay, Sue, we'll get to that. I'll get to all your guys' questions. Put them in there, and we'll get to all of them. the refrigerator's not moving. I'm not moving that. So everybody can stop telling me to move it. I didn't ask you guys to redecorate my kitchen. I'm not moving it. It is fine where it's at. It's not going to swing all the way open. I'm fully aware. I'm not a child. I'm 59. I saw that refrigerator with my own two eyes when I bought the house and realized there was a wall there. I'm not moving it. It's staying right where it's at. There's no need to put any more money. This is a retirement home, so there's no need to put that kind of remodeling money into the home. That's not the point of retirement. The point of retirement is to move into a home and enjoy it as is. That is what we're going to do. As far as the island goes, nothing is set in stone at all. We still have to go tape the floor, like measure it out. I need to like open cabinet doors, and pull the dishwasher door down and tape the floor and measure it, and just, we really are going to think about this. And a lot of you guys talked about a mobile island. Great idea. Actually thought about that. Ernie and I both did. We have some great Amish builders locally, and we could easily do that. But I don't want that because I want the storage, I think. I also think that if I get an island the way because there's a third option that I didn't talk about in the video, because I didn't think about it until after. But you know how the wall is here and the refrigerator, the refrigerator's here and then there's the wall. And I said, and then you know what I'm talking about? So that wall that the refrigerator is on, if we came out from that wall with an island the way Ernie said, but it's attached to the wall, I could get a permanent island with plenty of room behind it for walking and everything, with big drawers for pantry storage. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a pantry / island, if that makes any sense. So then I can omit the whole island idea, the whole pantry idea altogether. Now, when I initially saw that wall, and every single time I see that wall, I'm like, I wish they wouldn't have put the wall. I do. I think that. But that's a lot of money to spend on something that's not it didn't make or break the deal. You know what I mean? So everybody had fabulous ideas. You guys all had amazing ideas, but you guys also have to understand all that stuff costs money, and we did not go into this thinking we're going to do this major remodel. That's not how you buy a retirement home. You don't go in, unless we would have got a fixer-upper for dirt cheap, then yeah, of course, but we bought a brand new home for a reason. First of all, we wanted brand new construction because we wanted to be the first ones to live in it, so everything was new, and we had the peace of mind of the new roof, air conditioning. Of course, all that stuff can still be faulty. So, we went into that with that thought, and Ernie's been very cautious of that since we've moved here, because we get 4 seasons here, and it's not like in California where we have one season 12 months out of the year. And, nobody has air conditioning, so we don't have to really worry about that. Your roofs are usually good for the 25, 30 years, but here we have 4 seasons, so everything is getting a workout, and so when you're buying a retirement home, if you can buy brand new construction, then that's what you should do, because then you have that peace of mind, you know what I mean? So everybody had fabulous ideas, but I was like, why are people telling me to move the refrigerator and do this and do that? I'm like, do they not get the concept that it's a retirement home? We're not going in there to do a remodel, So, but you guys all had great ideas, and who knows? When we sell this house, it's going to free up some money. Who knows? We might, decide to take that wall out. You never know. Like, I never like to say never, because I honestly believe that if he wouldn't have added that wall, it would have added a lot more charm. That's just my opinion. So yeah, and anyway, so there's that with the wall. The refrigerator's not moving, it's staying, okay? So everybody stop telling me to move it. Okay, let me see what questions. The stairs. Somebody had a question about the stairs. Yeah, we have stairs. There's stairs going up to our front porch. There's stairs from the garage. But we also have an entrance in the back with no stairs. So if need be, we can always pour a sidewalk going to the back, and enter the house that way. It's not that big of a deal. Totally had that in mind. And then I saw this really cool builder here in Tennessee that's doing this really cool thing, because there's a lot of homes here in Tennessee that have that stairs from the garage going into the house. Well, he specifically designed the home so that the garage wall next to the stairs was the pantry in the kitchen. And he put these little doors in. So from the garage floor, when you're unloading your groceries, you can open that little door and put them in there. You don't have to carry them up the stairs. Well, my wall is in the laundry room, and I told Ernie I want him to put me one of those little doors for that purpose. You know what I mean? Like, so it'd be cool, and then I could just carry the groceries from the laundry room into the kitchen. Not that big of a deal. I'm not being rude. I'm just being blunt. That's just how I am. I'm not a faker. Sorry, Shirley, if you took it that way. Uh, no, Barbara, it's fine. But yeah, so if the wall's here and there's plenty of room, if I had to guess the feet, I would probably say from the edge of the wall to the front of the refrigerator, 8 feet, maybe. I could be wrong. It could be more. Let me see. I could be wrong. It could be 8. No, it could be more than that, actually. Maybe like 9 feet, 9 or 10 feet from the edge of the wall. So then you have to take into consideration the depth of the cabinets, and then of course the countertop on top of that, right? And so how much of that would be, taken away from there. So yeah, but I think there'd be plenty of room, So my concern was, I was talking to Ernie, so he said it would be better to have the pantry on the wall, how the fridge is here, and put the thing here. And I said, well, we have to be really careful with that, because when we go to replace the refrigerator or have to pull the refrigerator out for cleaning, we're going to need that room to pull it out, right? So we have to think about that. There's a lot to think about when it comes to that. But the good news is we're in no hurry for that. That's not like a on the priority list top, thing to do. So we have some time to really think about it and plan it out and be perfect. And the builder gave us his countertop people, his cabinet people. He gave us everybody. So we're going to be able to utilize them. So they've already done the kitchen. So maybe we can get them to, I think the hard part's going to be is, do I want the island to match the rest of the kitchen, right? Like here in this house, everything's white. And then I have that black onyx, or I can't remember the name of the color of my island. Do I want to do 2 different colors? Because then you're living with it, So that's the hard part. Yeah. Yeah, the steps in the garage are definitely, that's something that I didn't want when I first moved here. I hated it. So let's see. They're an hour away, Cake. They're an hour away from each other. So perfect. It's like a perfect staycation when we go there on the weekends. I think the pantry in the laundry room is a great idea, but the laundry room's not big enough for that. It's just big enough for the washer, the dryer, and Ernie's gonna build me like a little corner folding thing, and that's it. It's the only room. I mean, honestly, the closet in the hallway that I showed you guys, that's right, you know what I mean, on the way to the master, that could always be a pantry too. I mean, that's not out of the question, you know. I just put more shelves in there and have backup food. Um, yeah. He's not retiring anytime soon. Uh-uh. No, Sandra, you don't apologize. You guys don't have to apologize. I don't get mad at people. I just am really blunt. I'm a really blunt person. I'm not mad at anybody for your comments. Like honestly, you guys all had great ideas. It's just repetitive, and plus I was so busy today, and so I most of the time I only had time for a thank you, you know, because I like to acknowledge everybody and say thank you. Like I'm reading your comments, but I don't have time sometimes to like answer you guys like I'd like to. And then I hate to wait because then you guys, I don't know, if I wait until I can actually sit down and answer the questions, then I feel like you guys are thinking, oh, she doesn't care that we commented, so I try and answer right away. Um, no, is that amazing, Nancy, that we don't have basements here? I'm shocked about that because we have tornadoes and they just don't build houses with basements anymore. If you want a basement, you have to buy an old home. They just don't build them anymore. I do want to get a tornado shelter though installed in the garage. Um, Thank you, Nancy. Hey, Michelle. You know, they sell those like for two people. They sell them and they bolt them into the ground. I think like even Home Depot and Lowe's sells them here. Um, so, Mary, are you talking about the new house? I was going to mention that. I told Ernie today. Um, so I'm kind of disappointed because I thought we were going to my son's house for Thanksgiving here. And I went to go see the kids today, and she told me they were going to her uncle's house. So now Ernie and I are on our own for Thanksgiving. So I think we're just going to go to the new house and hang out there. And so today I said, well, on Saturday, this Saturday, we're meeting the guy who's building our fence. His stepdad is going to give Ernie a quote on the culvert. Um, so, because Ernie wants to expand the driveway coming in off the road is kind of narrow, and Ernie wants to expand it so it's not such a sharp turn because it falls off pretty good. So we're going to meet him out there, and I said, well, I'm taking Christmas with me. I want to decorate the outside. I want to put like one of my trees up, and that I was so in the video that you guys were supposed to see tomorrow. I was going to tell you guys that, and I was going to tell you I'm not getting rid of my Christmas stuff now. So I want to go decorate like the front porch, and I want it to look like, you know, somebody lives there for Christmas. So, thank you, Leonore. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's overwhelming. I know that it's okay, Sandra. Bye. Have a good night. Um, Thank you, Gil. I appreciate that. No, it's gonna be really fun to decorate, but it's also super overwhelming if you think about it. It's a blank slate, and I have a mind that works on overload. And, you know, I'm immediately like thinking color on walls and from the color, you know, 'cause I have everything here. So I have to be mindful. It's going to be hard because I'm going to want to decorate it while we're there and still have this house. So it's not like I can take things from here over there. It's a whole thing. I don't know how we're going to navigate it. Um, yes, it is so nice out in the country. It is so beautiful. And so the property across the street on the weekends, he has a shop on his property and he's always out there on the weekends and he's blasting his country music. And so we can hear it perfectly. on our property, and it's so nice. I told Ernie I'll never have to bring music out here to keep me busy. It's good. The decor room definitely has stuff for me to use. Um, yes, Joanne, me too. When are we going to start staying there, Brenda? Right away. Actually, I was shopping for my bedroom furniture today. But I think I told Ernie, I don't want to hurry. I have an idea. I wish I could share it with you guys here. I have an idea of what I want for our bedroom furniture there. I want to get rid of the fabric because, as you can tell, I have allergies. So I want to get rid of the fabric headboard for sure. And I just want like all wood, something that I can keep dusted. Um, and so we want to stay there now. We want to stay there Thanksgiving weekend. So I think we're just going to go buy a mattress and a bed frame just so we have a bed to sleep on. And then Ernie's going to drive. Thank you, sister. Thank you. I think Ernie's driving home for Thanksgiving, so we'll have his truck and we're going to take like the sofa in my bedroom, the chair in my bedroom. That way we have furniture. I have a rug upstairs. It's not going to be decorated the way I want it decorated. It's just going to be like a temporary, just so we're comfortable while we're there. And, but not, bye, Pamela. But not like a, permanent decor. But the beautiful thing is, we're going to be able to like take our time choosing colors for walls and styles and just take our time decorating. Ernie doesn't have to hurry up and get the fireplace built. He can take his time working on that. Um, uh, yes. Yes, I'm just kind of snippy tonight. Yeah, I had a hard day. It was a rough day. Busy. Um, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Sherry. It's gonna be really fun. Um, so yeah, so we're excited about that, but it's gonna be nice because we've never had the opportunity to have a place where we can just take our time getting it decorated the way we want and really take our time to think about it because I feel like even here at this house, I made a lot of quick decisions and not decisions that I was super happy with right away. And so, uh, I mean, like the furniture, the two white sofas and the chair, they're beautiful, but they're not comfortable. I'm glad I have them now because of this, because we'll be able to use them over there temporarily. Hey, Lavada. Um, yeah, it's so good to be able to take your time and just really like sink into the house and that'll help with the kitchen too. Like we'll be able to like navigate that in real time and see how all of that works and kind of like what our needs are for there, like how much more storage do we think we need and all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, I haven't lived in a home without a pantry in a long time. So that is definitely an extravagance. And so going to a house that doesn't have one is an adjustment, but I'm okay with it. I don't need to have a pantry. But I was thinking it would be nice to incorporate an island with pull-out drawers that I can store, food in. You know what I mean? And I think that it would take away the need for the pantry, but we would get our island so we're not crowding the space, if that makes any sense. So we'll see if that works. I think that might work. Um, hey, Jill. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, go watch it. Um, we don't have a timeline, Michelle, at all for moving there. Um, we're not, yeah, I'm not sick. It's my allergies, but it's ragweed. That's what's in the air right now, ragweed, and I'm so allergic to it. So, we don't have a timeline. We're gonna just enjoy having a second home right now, and we're not pushing it. Ernie's not considering retiring anytime soon. Um, Yeah, don't you think it'll feel cramped to have an island and a pantry? You know what I mean? Like if we can figure out a pantry, I mean, I'm sorry, an island size that would give us good storage because I think we'd be able to fit, I'm trying to think, I think we'd be able to fit 3 or 6 large drawers that we could pull out and store food in. You know what I mean? So, um, Violet, that ragweed is what's in Tennessee right now. I don't know about where you're at in East Tennessee, sister, but here it's, yeah. Yeah, don't you think the island's a good idea? Yeah, Helen, we just talked about the fridge. There's plenty of room between, okay, so where the fridge is at and then the wall that the fridge is on, there's probably about 9 or 10 feet. So I'm looking at my island now and I'm guessing what? That's about 2.5 feet deep, probably. I don't know. Somewhere around there, maybe 2.5, 3 feet deep. So there'd be plenty of room. So we're not worried about that. We're going to measure everything, you guys. We're going to measure everything. We're not going to just throw an island in there. We're also going to have a company do it. So they'll be able to help us, because they have experience. So they'll be able to come in and, and measure and help us, with ideas. I'm hoping that they bring pictures. So maybe I can find something that, because I've been looking and looking online for my idea and I can't find a kitchen that's the way mine is set up to like visualize it. So it's so hard. Bye, sister. Yeah. Yeah, just the island. I agree. It makes so, Leonore, I don't know when we're moving. Not anytime soon. We're not, it's not anytime soon. Ernie's not retiring anytime soon. He's not interested in retiring right now. So it's a future. It's a future home. And we're just going to enjoy having it. And like I was saying, it's going to be a beautiful thing to be able to, take our time doing all of the things. It's 1,500 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths. So, hey, from Hamburg, Germany, Lana, welcome. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect size. I kind of hinted towards it when I was in Florida and I was saying how much I'm loving cleaning a smaller space. I kind of hinted towards the fact that, but it's just, this house is so overwhelming to clean, but I get it done, it's a lot. Because, even if I don't live in every room of the house, I talked about this before, rooms still get dusty. They still need to be dusted. You still need to keep things fresh and, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Leonora, it's like the perfect size. When I thought of a retirement home, that's about the size I was thinking. Definitely wasn't thinking stairs going up to the porch and the only reason why I considered this house was because of the property and how we could have a sidewalk that goes around to the back with no stairs. That's the only reason why. But it's very hard. We didn't see any. I guess because the country is really hilly. So most homes, they just the way that the ground is graded, that's just kind of what you have. So yeah. But Jill, isn't that a great idea? That builder is amazing. I was like, wow, he really thought of everything, because that was one of the things when we first moved here and we were looking at properties, we were looking at houses. And I was like, why does every house have stairs in the garage? I don't want to carry groceries up there. So I told Ernie, I go, that's the only thing is build me that little door so that I can open it and put the groceries in there. Oh, Leonore, it's so peaceful out there. It's so quiet, and dark. At night, it's dark. There's no lights. Hey, Marie, there's no lights out there. It's so dark. It's so nice. Lavada's on here and she lives near me. They're from California too, and they bought a property out. And so we were talking on Instagram, and she was telling me that there's snakes, but she hasn't seen any. And I said, "Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to get used to all that stuff." Because I was on my back porch the other morning, and a possum decided to come visit me. I was not happy about that. And as far as the deer go, I plan on having a discussion with them to let them know they cannot forage on my property. That's nice, Michelle. It's fun to listen to everybody's idea of retirement, what that looks like for everybody. I want Ernie to be able to retire and just enjoy life, and you can't. I mean, for him, he needs to have things to do, which is why we looked for a retirement home on property. He needs to have things to do with his hands, and his dad was like that. His dad was always busy, busy, busy. I think when you take a man that's worked his whole life and he retires, I think it's hard for him. And I told him, even when you retire, don't retire 100%. Get like a part-time job, to keep you busy. Oh, these allergies. Good night, Paula. You're moving when you see a snake. Oh my gosh. I know that I'm going to see him out there. I know I'm going to see snakes, and they'll laugh at me, Sherry. Oh gosh. Okay, Marie, I'm putting a deer fence around my garden for sure. Definitely. It was either that or I'm gonna do, what is the name of that channel? They're an older couple and they have a home in uh, Ohio, I believe, and then they bought a home in Florida. They're an older couple. I haven't watched them in quite some time, but he did raise garden beds, and he built these cages to go over the top to keep the animals, the deer, from eating their garden, and it was genius idea, but a lot of work. So the snakes will keep the mice out. I know, right? It's one or the other. You got to deal with one or the other. Ah! I know they jump fence, but not the size fence I'm going to build. I think they're 8 foot fence. They won't jump an 8 foot fence. I've watched plenty of homesteaders that have the fences for the deer, but they won't have the clearance because I'm not having this. Probably if I had a really big, gigantic vegetable garden, I'm guessing if they had to run. Galveston, Texas. Hey, Christy. Yeah, I'm gonna do the tall deer fence. It's either that or I'm gonna see about the cage. Josh, my realtor, he says that they have. So somebody was asking me what kind of garden I was gonna have. If I was gonna do in ground or raised. I'm gonna do raised, and so I was talking to him about it. And I said, well, what kind of garden do you guys have? And he said, we have raised and in ground. So they have their tomatoes in ground, their cucumbers in ground, their squash in ground, I think he said. I think those were the three that he mentioned. So they don't have them like in a raised garden bed. Anyways, he's going to help me. But I thought it just would make sense to have a raised garden bed. I don't know. Hey, Sabrina. Bears? I don't know about bears. And hostas are my favorite, so I'm kind of bummed about that. I don't know. I haven't seen any deer up there, but that's because I've only been there during the day, and they come out at night, right? That's when they come out? I don't really know. I mean, I've seen them during the day here, driving, but I haven't seen any there. Like even on the way there, I haven't seen any. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to even grow what I want to grow. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I'm reading comments. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, Irish Spring soap stops what critters? The Irish Spring soap stops it frozen. The Irish Spring soap stops deer? I hope we don't have any bears, 𝓜𝓸𝓹. I'm here. I'm back. Oh my goodness. A 10-foot fence? I'm going to have to think about this. Yeah, because what is Acre Homestead? How big is her deer fence? Is it 10 foot? I might have to look at her thing. The island with the rollout shelf, right? It's a good idea. I don't even know. I mean, would that have to be built? Do they even sell anything like that? Because I'm sitting here on my island right now because I'm plugged in now. 1, 2. I think my island is probably about 3 feet. So let's see. Let me see if I can turn this around. It would probably be the same. See how my fridge is right there from the island? Just imagine a wall right here. It would probably be the same thing, you know? I don't know. I think it would be the same distance. And if I had to guess the distance between the island and the fridge, perfect. Yeah. The only thing I need to measure is how long I want it. So I'm going to have, because the dishwasher's on that side, so I'm going to have to like open the dishwasher, open the cabinet doors, you know, open the drawer, make sure that there's room to walk in between the island when those things are open, just to make sure it's the right, you know, the right size lengthwise. But I think Ernie and I both have the same idea, but doing it the direction he wanted to go, but up against the wall, and then just incorporating the drawers would give me the storage, and we'd have an island. Because I do like, somebody mentioned the island the way Ernie would be good for like buffet, setting up a buffet for like, you know, meals and stuff. So that's a great idea. Awesome. Yeah, Jill, I think the new recipe on the back of the stovetop calls for the cream of chicken now. It used to be, back in the old days, it's exactly the way I make it. But yeah, I think it's cream of chicken now. I think both of them are good. I don't see why cream of chicken wouldn't be good. An electric fence, 𝓜𝓸𝓹? Oh man, was it a tall one? Oh, so good. Yes, yes, Maria, it's so delicious. So now I'm thinking for Thanksgiving, if we spend the weekend up there, I'm gonna do like Thanksgiving, a 1-sheet. You guys have to tell me if you'd be interested in me filming it. You probably wouldn't see it until after Thanksgiving though. But a 1-pan, kind of 1-pan. I was trying to think to myself how I could get everything in the oven at one time to make your life easy so I don't make a big mess. Like I want to call it a sheet pan Thanksgiving dinner for 2. I'm, you know, thinking of all these different things that I could do, but oh, good, Tanya. Wow, you guys got a lot of deer. Yeah, I'm wondering how tall the fence has to be. So if I have to build a super tall fence, then I want, Ernie always says, I want. I thought it would be really cool to do like the super tall fence, and then I could do like those garden lights, you know, dangling over the top with like a screen door of sorts to go in and turn it into like a garden room of raised garden beds. That's kind of my idea with like ground stone pathways. I think it would be beautiful. I want it to be easy to garden, and I want it to be easy to weed. So yeah, I did, Jill. I'm not moving closer to family. I'm moving further away from family. Yeah. Everybody's different, I guess, when they retire. For Ernie and I, it's all about, listen, we've been together since we were 16 and 17. We started having kids when we were 18 and 19. And our kids are off doing their own thing. And they don't make time for us like we thought they would. So, we're just doing our thing. And they're busy, they're busy. The kids are getting older. They're busy with the extracurricular activities, their friends, and all that kind of stuff. And we don't have like we had back home where we had Sunday dinner every Sunday and everybody came over. I hosted all the holidays. Everybody came over. That's gone. We don't have that anymore. Everybody's in a different state now. And I have sons, and it may be different for you if you have sons, but in my case, I have 3 sons, and their wives' families come first, always. And that's just how it is. So it's okay. Ernie and I are fine. We're good. We see everybody when we want to see everybody, and we're going to California for Christmas. We're going to see our son there and grandbabies and our daughter-in-law who's pregnant with my second granddaughter. Yes, 𝓕𝓸𝓻, I'm going to be doing raised garden beds. That's my dream. Yeah. I just think it's easier when you're older to have like taller. I mean, they won't be super tall, but also for the weeding, because you can kind of control the weeds there. It's easier because that used to be pasture. So, and I'm not putting that darn weed barrier in. I will put weed barrier around the pathways, but not where the food source comes from, because I don't want to disturb the soil, the natural soil, because it used to be pasture. So it's probably really has a lot of nutrients in it, from manure and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to put anything in there that's going to disturb the natural soil. I think that'll really help, I don't want anything to disturb that environment. So, so I'm thinking, I don't know. There's all kinds of different raised beds. There's some that are super high off the ground, and some that are, kind of medium off the ground, and some that are low to the ground. I'm not sure if we're going to build them. I'm not sure if we're going to buy them. I haven't even gotten that far. I do know that I want to work on that this spring, though. That's why I started my fall gardening here and did things that I normally wouldn't do until the spring, because I know we're going to be very busy on that property. So somebody said, if we fence our property in, that people are going to call us Yankees and know we're out there. We're okay with that. We're okay with being called Yankees, I suppose. But we want to fence it off because we want to start planting trees this spring, and we need to have a visual of our property so we can do the placing of all of that. And also, when I do move out there, when we do move out there full time, and I do get chickens, we're going to have a dog, and so we're going to need to keep the dog on the property. So it's pretty tall, Helen. Yeah. Yes, Grace, we plan on doing that. Like I said, there's from the edge of the wall to, actually, it's so funny that I'm sitting here at my island, because it's probably going to be identical. And I'm going to guess 8 or 9 feet from the edge of that kitchen wall to where the front of the fridge is. So yeah, there's plenty of room. And at the beginning of this live, I said that nothing is set in stone. We're going to measure everything and make sure everything is going to be able, because that was my number one concern when Ernie said, let's put the pantry on that wall. I said to him, well, we need to make sure we can pull that fridge out. Number one, to clean under and behind it. But if something happens or, whatever, we need to make sure to pull it out. So I definitely thought about that. And then, of course, the island going this way, we need to make sure that there's going to be room for the, dishwasher to open and, so it's not tight. So I don't know that it's going to be this size of an island. It's not going to be a huge island at all, but it'll be nice to have that for prepping for sure, and to place food on, for when you have people over, it'll be nice to do that. Or for me, to sit at, or Ernie to sit at. Sometimes he sits at the island while I'm cooking and talks to me. So yeah, it'll be nice to have that. They know we're from not, yeah, they do. Actually in our area, like the property across the street, he has his whole fence, and they're locals. They're from here. He has his whole property, but he's got 4 dogs. He doesn't have a gate at the front of his property. He has one of those Western things where you pull in. But we want a fence. Just what we want. But we're not getting we're getting one of those split fences, so it's not like a like a ranch style fence. But a lot of properties around us actually have and Lavada, when I drive to Bell Buckle from here, there's properties that have that are fenced in. They've got the black, I don't know if it's wood or vinyl, but they've got the black fencing, which I was going back and forth if we wanted to do white or black. That was a hard choice too, but we chose white. So yeah, split rail is what we got, and I wanted to go 4. Ernie said 3, so we did 3, and then but yeah, we're gonna have a dog, so we're gonna need eventually. So we're gonna need to keep the dog in, and then Cobra Kai, my furry grandson, if he ever comes over, he's gonna freaking love it. Number 1, but number 2, he's gonna need to be kept in the yard. He chases anything and everything, and I don't think he's going to play nice with the pups across the street. He's got hound dogs, and he's got big dogs across the street, 4 of them. So the country road that we live on is so beautiful. I am city girl, right? And I'm like, I can't wait to take walks on this country road. And my realtor goes, you're going to get a dog, right? And I go, oh yeah. And he goes, not a Chihuahua, a dog. And I said, yeah. And then I kind of thought to myself, why is he saying that? Somebody tell me, why did he say that? Thank you. Thank you. Measurements and craft paper. We're just going to tape it out, Deb. I'm hoping that typically when we've ever done this kind of project and we have people come out, they usually bring binders with pictures, and they will help us, figure out, because sometimes when you talk to somebody in that business, they've done something where you're not even thinking of it, and they might say, what if we, you know what I mean? So, coyotes, we have them here. I had coyotes scant in my front garden, so we have them here. Oh, sorry. We have them here in our neighborhood. So I'm sure they're rampant out there. Are there bobcats out there? I wonder if there's bobcats. Well, we're not going to replace the granite right away. It'll probably be quartz. So I did have an idea today. You guys have to tell me what you think. I don't hate the granite, okay? I'm not mad at it. It's not like I'm like, ew, I can't stand it. It's fine. I can live with that. my only thing was, what am I going to be able to find for the island to coexist with that and look good? And so I found a black quartz that I think would look really good. I'm not doing wood because I don't want to worry about the damage. But I think a black quartz would look really good. They could coexist together and look really nice. You guys let me know what you think. But I told Ernie that would save us a ton of money. And then we wouldn't have to replace, because I think that kitchen is probably about 1.5 slabs. I used to sell flooring and countertops and stuff. So just by looking at it, it's probably like well, I might be able to we'd probably be able to get away with 1 slab, 1 nice size slab in that kitchen. And it all depends. I mean, we could change it to, that could all change, Ernie might just decide one day, I don't like it and I want to get rid of it. I don't know. So we also want to, a lot of times you can go to the granite yards and they have, what do they call, remnants. They're not really remnants. They're just on sale. Well, they might be remnants. They might have pieces cut out of them, but they're full slabs pretty much, because they were like extra large slabs and now they're just slabs. So sometimes you can get those on a 𝓕𝓸𝓹 but then you still have to pay for, getting it fabricated and installed and all of that. And then, of course, pulling up what's in there. It's a lot of work. So there's a lot of cost involved with that. So I was thinking in my head, how can we save money and still live with that granite? Because I'm not mad at it. It's not disgusting to me. If it was Baltic brown, I would be like, it's out of here. But that one I can live with. I just think if we can complement it, like turn a negative into a positive, I'm all about that. So turning that negative, which really isn't a negative, but you know what I mean, turning that into a positive by putting, a black quartz. And there's some really nice ones, like a matte quartz. So I was kind of looking at that, and some of those quartz, they have like the veining that run through it, very light veining of like white, and so that would also incorporate. So I think those two would live well together in the kitchen. So, I think we'd probably have to just get samples, and just kind of live with it for a minute and see how we like it. You guys might have also noticed there's a microwave above the stove. I hate having a microwave above the stove, but it is what it is. I'm just so used to my beautiful hood vent here, and so that's gonna be hard. I suppose I could have that changed out, right? But then where would we put the microwave? We don't use the microwave that often, but we do use it occasionally. We use our air fryer a lot. So I guess the microwave is obsolete, really. I don't know. I guess we'd have to see about that. How much that would cost to put like a hood vent in that's pretty, It's all, oh my gosh. Black doesn't always make a space appear smaller. It's a neutral. Sometimes it can make it appear larger because the countertops in the back are that, oh gosh, I wish I could remember the name off the top of my head of that granite, the granite that it is. It's going to pull your eye forward because the island sits at the front of the kitchen. So it actually will pull your eye, you know what I mean? So I think it'll look good. I don't know. It may look horrible. We may be like, But if we had the option to use the same exact granite, would we want to do that? Because I do know, just from selling flooring and countertops and all that before, that there are different grades of granite. And I do know there's builder grade, that are inexpensive, that builders will select and use over and over and over again because it's cheap. So, but I do like the fact that this particular one's really thick. It's not like a thin granite, so it's really thick, and so that's really nice. But would we want to dress the island in the same granite? You know what I mean? Like if we could get a good price on it. that would save us money too, because we're doing the island anyways with a countertop. So do we do that? You know what I'm saying? So there's so many options and things to think of. And when you think you've got it all figured out, then you think, oh, but what about, what about this? Oh, there's just so much to think about. Oh, the wild turkeys are so cool here in Tennessee. When we first came here to look at homes, one of the neighborhoods that we went to go look at was, this beautiful neighborhood with all these beautiful brick homes. And there were so many wild turkeys in the neighborhood, just herds, is that what you call them? Flocks of them just cruising through the people's yards. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just so in love with them. Foxes? Been counting 20. Foxes. So what about foxes? What do they eat? And do they bite, and are they dangerous? I need to know about that. Yeah, if I got rid of the microwave, I probably would just not have one. I don't know if that would be a mistake or not. We don't really use it. Like I said, we have an air fryer, and the air fryer kind of does because you can reheat in the air fryer, and that's what you do in a microwave. I don't cook in the microwave, so I'm kind of thinking that we might omit it. I don't know. I don't know how hard that is to take out a microwave and install a hood vent. I don't know what that entails. I don't know how expensive that would be. I'm assuming because there's a microwave there, there's already like a vent for it to vent out. So I don't think they'd need to put any more holes in the house for that. So I don't know, because my hood vent here is in the ceiling. I don't know how that works. I do not know. It goes out the house though, right? Yeah, it goes out the house because there's like a thing outside that. Yeah, I think we're good. Well, maybe not, because my kitchen backs up to the master bedroom. So it must vent through the roof. And I don't know the logistics of that. I don't know if a hood vent can do that. Yeah, see, there's so much to think about. So I might not be able to even do that. No microwaves are ventless. They're ventless, yeah. Yeah, some hoods are ventless. Ooh. Vents on the top. Yeah, it comes out the front. Yeah. And I know here on the outside of the house, we have like the little thing that sticks out, kind of like where the dryer vents out. It's kind of the same thing over here. So I don't even know if that's possible. They can be mean. Oh. So what do the turkeys eat? Are they just eating like the bugs? Your microwave is ventless. Okay. So they eat the cat food and the dog food, the coyotes or the foxes? I have to think about all this stuff. And I was trying to remember the name of the dog that we're going to get. I cannot think of it. Maybe if somebody knows what I'm talking about, but they were bred to protect livestock. My daughter-in-law that lives here, her coworker breeds them, and they are meant to protect livestock, and they stay outside like even during the winter. They're like thick-coated. They're big dogs, and they're friendly to their owner, but they connect. Like if I had one, it would probably like lay around the chickens all day. You know what I mean? Like that's just what they're bred for. Not a sheepdog. Maybe the Pyrenees. Maybe that's what it is. It's a weird name. Big dog. So, yeah. But I was like, but I don't want a dog in my house. And she said they don't go in the house. They stay outside. His dogs stay outside. They have like a thick coat. Like where they come from, they live in the snow in winter. So, your microwave vents into your ceiling out the roof. Okay. I said that the microwaves kill all the nutrition, and somebody told me to prove it. I heard it a long time ago, years ago. I was listening to a podcast, or was it a podcast? Well, I guess it was, or it was just on the radio. It was a interview, and it was somebody was interviewing a doctor, and they were talking about the specific thing about microwaves, and she said, I don't have a microwave in my home. She said, where there should be a microwave is a plant. And she talked about the whole thing. She talked about how it kills every nutrient in the food. So you're basically just feeding yourself garbage. So every time I warm something up in the microwave, I'm like, well, there goes the nutrients. But now we have the air fryer, and it has the reheat thing on it. So now I just put stuff in there and reheat it in there. It's nice. Not a mastiff, but it's like hairy. It's like a hairy dog. It's got like a lot of hair, a lot of fur, because they are meant to stay outside in the cold. I know. Our food will kill us anyways. So yeah, so there's so much to think about with this house. And like I said in the beginning of the video, for those of you who might have just joined, we are in no hurry. We have the time to do all of this and take our time. So, we're just going to take our time doing it, and it's going to be fun. We're going to just have fun with it. And as far as chickens and a dog go, that's not coming until we're moving there, until we're there permanently. And somebody had said that if I was going to do a chicken coop, that I need to do it closer to the house because it needs water and all of that. We'll make sure that the water and electricity and all that stuff is ran to the chicken coop. I don't want a chicken coop close to my house. I don't want to smell that. I think I still have the smell of my aunt and uncle's chicken coop singed in my nose from growing up. They don't smell great. Yeah. Let's see. A Great Pyrenees. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Pyrenees or yeah, however you pronounce it. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Yes, I am looking for a big dog, but not right away. The Pyrenees or whatever. My daughter-in-law's coworker breeds them. So, Green Acres. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm super excited about the front garden. Ernie has a plan for that, and I want to create destinations, on the property. So I'm super excited about that. It's going to take some time, but it's going to be fun. The only bummer is because it was pasture, there's no mature trees on the property at all. So mature trees and plants make a property feel cozy and warm and lived in. And it's going to take a while for that. And I'm hoping that we're able to afford at least one semi-mature tree to get planted somewhere on the property to give it, that feel. We'll look into that this spring. But, and then somebody asked if I was going to be planting the arborvitaes. I am, but not the same that we have here. I am considering it, but not the same ones I have here. They're a different species. And that is because that one side of the property where the driveway is going to go up, and it'll be a long time before that happens because those properties at the top of the hill are going to be very expensive for people to build on because of where they're located. And they've got to run everything from the bottom of the hill all the way up. It's a whole thing. So I think it's going to be a long time before that happens. But you never know. Somebody can come in and just do it. Uh, but I want to plant I want to plant them on that side, I think, where that driveway is going to go up. Because it just makes sense to me on that side. And I'm still deciding if I'm going to do the garden on the side of the house or in the back. I'm still deciding on that. Yeah, there's so much to think about. And like I said, I think once we've spent some time there, we're going to be able to, really think about that. Daydream, that's what we do. We sit and we daydream and talk things out. And I think we're going to be able to do that on this property. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun to develop it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's wonderful. So many parallels. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, Tennessee stays cold. Until May. Yes, you keep telling me to look at Paula Deen's chicken house, and I keep forgetting to tell you I have, and I love it. I love her. I love her chicken house. So cute. And I love how she has all her chickens named. Hey, Carrie, I watched your video today. The backyard turned out fabulous. I love that building. That building is so adorable. I love that you chose to paint the patio. It looks so good. I know a lot of you guys watch Carrie Lynn. If you haven't seen today's video, she painted the patio. She trimmed her tree, her banana tree. Looks so good. Oh, Carrie, well, you have the family's farm you get to go hang out at. Every time you're out there, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so lucky. Hopefully the water has receded from the family property. You guys had some water out there. Yeah, I plan on having raised beds for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. It's going to be fun. And we just feel super blessed that we're able to have both houses so we can take our time. And a lot of you guys said today that you are predicting that we're going to move out there sooner rather than later. I'm already itching. I'm already itching to do that. Like I told Ernie, I want to spend every minute that we can out there, which is why I want to start bringing furniture out there. And I'm not going to hurry. I think I started talking about my bedroom set earlier, that I've been looking for a bedroom set. I don't want to hurry on that either. So I told Ernie, we'll just buy a mattress and box spring and a bed frame, and we'll just, we'll have that, and then we'll just decide on the bedroom furniture. And the beauty of that is that when we do decide to sell this house, everything that I want will be over there, and everything left behind, I can have an estate sale, and I don't have to move everything and then sell it, or hurry up and sell everything and make those decisions, And so that just makes me so happy that I'm going to be able to do that, and it's going to be fabulous. It's just going to be so good. God is so good. He's so good. It was so flooded. Did you guys have a lot of alligators out there, Carrie? Ernie said there was a lot of alligators. He sent me a picture. Oof. I was like, how close were you to that big boy? That guy was big. Oh, you were in Corona, Temecula, Murrieta area. My son moved from Murrieta to Arizona. He's in Phoenix. Thank you, Denise. Yes, it's so beautiful out there. So beautiful. Yeah, Debbie, we plan on enjoying the process. It's going to be fun. Isn't it a good idea, Maria? I thought so too. Then, because I feel like when you move from one house to another, you're usually selling or have sold the home you're living in, right? And you bought the new house. And so you have to make these split decisions on, do I keep it? And I don't know about you guys, but I always have regrets when I move into the new house. I should have kept that. I should have kept that. You know what I mean? So the fact that we get to move into that house and slowly bring things over there, and then when we sell this house, we'll know when we're ready to sell this house, we'll know, because you want to sell a home and stage it, you want it to be pretty empty when you sell it. So we'll know, what we want there. And so it's so good. Like, wouldn't it be wonderful if every move was like that, It's so pretty out there, yeah. Um, uh, I do. I want to use the blue from our study here for sure somewhere, but I really haven't thought about colors. I'm keeping my blue and white theme for sure. Totally. I'm going to use everything that I have here. It's just going to play differently in that house just because the style of the house is different. The layout is different. So everything's going to be, it's a smaller home, 1,500 square feet, which I'm so excited about. And I have always found over the years that a smaller home is more fun to decorate and easier to decorate because you have a visual of everything as opposed to trying to connect rooms. And so that's always a challenge, connecting rooms and trying to get that warm lived-in feeling in a larger home it's difficult. It's not easy. So I think when I look around all of my things, like I'm looking at my entry table right now with all my beautiful blue and white pottery, and I'm like, that's really going to stand out in a smaller home, because I have it spread out throughout my house. But when it's in one smaller home, it's going to make a pretty big impact, So I think everything's going to look beautiful there, but it's going to look different because it's going to play different in the house. So with that said, I haven't really thought, but I do want to put color on the walls. I didn't put color on this wall. I have, oh gosh, the name of this color escaped me, but you can't really tell that I have a color on the walls, but I do. If you were here in my house live, you could tell that the crown molding's white and the walls are not, but they're both shades of white. I do love that backdrop, but I've been afraid to add color in the living spaces. That's why I went hog wild in the study when we did that. And the funny thing about that study is that I wouldn't have done that if I would have known we were going to be buying this retirement home. So the thought for that came before we found this house. So had I known that we were going to do that, I wouldn't have done that study. But with that said, that also adds value to the home. It definitely makes our house stand out from any other home because these days, a lot of people work from home. And so it's going to be nice for somebody to have that because this model has eat-in, I have my dining room table here. And that was a dining room. So I don't think families formally entertain anymore. They don't use their dining rooms anymore. And so, this is more family friendly than the front room. So I think that'll make our house stand out from, any other house, which is good. So it is good that we did that, but I wouldn't have spent the money on that. Color for I have no idea. We haven't even gotten that far. I just know that there's a place in, because we're going to have to do an electric fireplace, and fireplaces have come so far. There's a place here in Nashville. They're made in Nashville. And you guys, you can't tell that they're electric. It looks like a real flame. Like, it looks like if you put your hand in there, you're going to get burnt with the real flame. And they're made here in Nashville, Tennessee. So Ernie and I are going to take a drive to their showroom and check them out because I've only seen them on YouTube videos, and so I want to make sure that what I'm seeing on YouTube videos, but they've come a long way. So we want to check that out. So they're not cheap. They're expensive inserts. So we also need to see if it's worth that money, because Ernie's going to have to buy the material to build the frame for it and everything. So we have to consider all of that as well. But they also have the mantle with the insert in it, the whole shebang, and you can buy that, and you don't have to build a wall to make it look like you have a a chimney or anything. So there's that. We could do that. So there's lots of options. But like I said, I want to go to their showroom and actually put eyes on them and see them in real life, what they look like. So, but I have to have a fireplace. Oh, also, I want it to give off heat. I'm hoping that they have one that gives heat off, because this fireplace here, I use that to heat my whole downstairs during the winter. I don't even turn my heater on. So I turn that on, and I turn it on for like an hour, and it warms my whole downstairs up. You can even fill it on the first landing at the stairs, that fireplace. So I'm hoping that they have an electric one that gives off some heat. I'm hoping. We'll see. You can go ventless with a gas fireplace? See, we have so much to look at. We have to think about. You guys are like a wealth of information. Wait, what did I miss? Somebody said that's a good idea. You could switch them. What did I miss? What am I doing? Without a pool. We had a pool once. They're a lot of work. I don't know where my house faces. I'll have to ask Gertie. I have been lost since I moved to Tennessee. When I lived in California, I knew where west and east, south and north was, because I grew up there, and I knew where the beach was, and that's always west. So I always knew where I was in California. I'm lost in Tennessee because California runs this way, Tennessee runs this way. I always have to ask my kids during tornado season when we're getting the alerts. I'm like, which way is it coming? Just tell me, is it coming my direction? Because they'll say it's coming east from blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Just tell me, is it coming towards me? I just need to know that. I'm lost. Nope, Carrie, it's so much easier to decorate a small home. So much easier. I miss my favorite home that we lived in. Was how many square feet was that house? I think it was about 1,500 square feet. It was a 2-bedroom with it acted as a 3rd bedroom for us, because my sister and her little girl moved in with us one time, and then my other son moved in with us for a short period of time, and that was their bedroom. But it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It had a living room, a family room, kitchen. It was small. My favorite house I've ever lived in. I loved that house so much, and I think it was about 1,400 or 1,500 square feet. It was so much fun to decorate that house, because anything you do makes this gigantic impact. And it's the way you visualize it. So like when you're buying something in the store, you visualize where you're going to put it and how it's going to decorate, how it's going to look in your decor. And then you get it home in a big house and you're like, well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. You know what I mean? It needs more, because you have more space to fill it up, and it just gets expensive. And in a small home, it's just, Jojo said, take your chandelier that you have over the table. You stopped. Now I want to know. What am I doing? This one? This chandelier? Take this one? We can't do that. It's attached to the house. Anything that's attached to the house has to stay when you sell. We'll just buy another one. And this one's tall. I don't know if we'd be able to shorten it. You know, those poles on it are really long. The ceiling in the dining room and that house is only your 8-foot ceiling. I mean, I can touch the chandelier just like I can touch these lights here above my sink, because it's only an 8-foot ceiling. So whatever kind of chandelier I get has to be like, you know, it definitely needs to be bigger. You guys have to agree with me that one's kind of puny. It's got 3 little lights on it. I do love this one though. I sent Ernie a picture the other day of one. It's like similar to this one as far as the width on it, but it's got two lights on it, and they're lampshades. They're pleated lampshades. They're so beautiful. Oh yeah, Maria, I'm going to be filming it all for you guys. I'm not going to do that to you guys, show you the house and not film. I'm going to film it all. I'm going to need your guys' help with decisions. Have I said what county? I'm an hour from where we're at now. Here in Tennessee still, though. Thanks, Jojo. No, I don't think I would. I mean, that one wouldn't fit. If I had connectors, those poles are really long. This is a 9-foot ceiling, 10-foot. I don't know. This is tall. This is very tall. Definitely taller than the ceiling we have over there. So it wouldn't work. Jonesboro, Tennessee. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a different county. We're not going to be in the same county. I'm excited. I'm so excited. It's the country. I'm so excited. But yeah, there's lots to think about. Lots to think about with that property. But hey, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Thanks for watching the video. Like I said, no video tomorrow because I can't figure out how to get the footage off of my phone and connect it with the footage I got on my camera. And so the video on my phone makes 0 sense because I was brain dead and I filmed it on 2 separate recordings. And I cannot get the film from this phone to that computer to share it with you guys. And it's making me mad. I can't find my wire that connects it. So technology and me do not mix at all. So anyways, I will be filming. Like I said, you guys are pretty much in real time with my life. So I'll be filming tomorrow for the following day. So I got lots to do, lots to share. Definitely going to share the recipe though that I filmed on my camera with you guys yesterday because it's so good. It is so freaking delicious. I can't even tell you. It's not like a 2-ingredient or 3-ingredient meal. It's got a lot of ingredients, but it's so easy to put together. Easy, super easy, and I'm all about that. Anyways, thanks guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys on, what's tomorrow, Thursday? Friday? Maybe not until Monday. Maybe I'll wait until I get some footage over the weekend and share with you guys on Monday because we're going out to the property. Oh! And I'm decorating the front of the house for Christmas. So maybe it'll be Monday. I don't know. You guys might get surprised and see a video on Sunday. You never know with me. I just don't follow the rules. So anyways, thanks guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.